Hey Nikki, we're gonna go and break down your carving here to help you figure out why you're catching edges, etc. Uh, Catching edges on your snowboard generally comes from not being confident enough on your edge and not fully committing to that actual turn. So we're gonna go over here and review the 2 minute and 40 clip and see what you could do to tweak your form in order to go and give you more confidence and more control on the mountain. So the first thing I'm noticing here is not really going across the mountain much. You're direct like pushing down the slope, switching edges a lot. If you want to go and get more of a turn, we can go and use this fall as an example. So when you're doing this turn here, you're not really getting on your heel edge. You're going and switching to the heels, but notice how your weight is still shifting you downhill. So instead of going and cutting across the mountain, you're going downhill, but in board slide position. And the fact that you're catching your toes here means you don't really have your toe edge engaged. You can see you're flat based, super flat based, board going this way, but your momentum's still carrying you downhill. And this is why when you go to switch edges, you're catching your toes because you're going and you don't have that platform to then transfer over. So you just wear sideways, put the pressure on your toes, dug in, and that's what caused you to go and fall forward there. Good fall, getting straight to your belly. That's what you want when you fall. You don't want to be hitting anything with your knees and stuff. Going and spreading out and taking as much impact across your body is a really good thing. So we'll go and keep watching it a bit here, but I'm pretty sure I know what training step will help give you more confidence. So nice turns here, coming over, good shift, but you're not quite getting your heel edge engaged. It's a little bit busy on the slope. I'm going to stop the share here and I'll demonstrate a little bit. It's a little bit busy on that slope, so it's hard, but it's really hard to do like quick heel edge turns. You need to use a lot of pressure and like lower body should get over, shift over. It's a lot easier to then activate your heel edge once you start going across the slope. So it's a little bit busy on that slope. I'll let you guys go through. It's a little bit busy on that slope, but by changing your angles from being fast, going back and forward to long across, it'll really help you. So practice going on the slope and trying to cut all the way to one side, then the other. You're going slow enough that it shouldn't really get in people's way and it will be predictable. That's the thing you need to be careful of when you're learning how to ride is how just being predictable. It's only erratic short movements that can cause confusion and cause people to hit you. So if you're cutting across the slope, nice and slow and controlled, you'll be all right. Let's see if there's any other ways you can go and add this and think about this to help you get dialed. So toe edge good, you're getting your hips forward. We like to see that. Mhm. Yeah, so your toe edge is definitely more comfortable, but you can tell when you're switching to your toe edge. Here, I'll go back a second. When you switch to your toe edge, you're still sliding across the slope. So see how you're sliding across the slope, even though you're in toe edge? This is because you're not fully setting your edge before turning and your momentum's still carrying you. What you want to do is go and be traveling straight, set the toe edge, and then turn. You don't want to be drifting across the slope on your edge. In order to set more edge pressure, just practice going straight down the slope, switching onto your toes, and then going into your turn. Same with heels. Get onto your heels, weight it, then go into your turn. By getting onto your edge and making sure that you're not having momentum traveling back and forth, it's going to be a lot easier to commit to holding that edge and getting across the slope. Because right now, you're going and traveling one way, switching edges, but not with enough aggression to then go and change your momentum. So that's causing you to slide across the slope, what's letting you go and drift and potentially catch your edge. So set that edge and get it going. Another technique you can do, because the faster you're going, the easier it is to set an edge. That doesn't mean you should go faster than you're comfortable with, but I'd recommend practicing going straight bombs and going into board side, slowing down. Straight bomb, board side, slow down. That will give you more comfortability with speed and switching to that board side to cut speed. Then do it the other way. Going straight, front, board side, slowing down. Do those a couple of times and that will help you get more comfortable with speed as well. And really just, that's what you need. You need comfortable going straight. So then you're not going and getting these little rough outs. So when you're on your edge, you're actually turning the right way. because that's what's causing you to catch edge sometimes, is your momentum going and carrying you forward as you're switching edges. These cars here are looking better though. But you can tell a little bit steeper of a pitch, you have a bit more speed. What helps you hold that edge? Edging is a balancing act. So when you're edging a snowboard, you can only hold that edge when you have the momentum pushing you through. That's why we want to go across the slope, because your momentum will help you hold that edge. But if you're going slow and trying to hold that edge, it's like standing on your tiptoes standing. It's really hard to hold and takes a lot of balance. So that little bit of extra steep slope will help. But yeah, I want you to like here, you're on your heels, dig in those heel edge, and then try to go and cross down the slope on an angle like that and change your angles, because I feel like you should be ready for that. Getting on your edge and trying to hold that edge all the way across the slope, diagonal. I want you to be like zigzagging Z shape down the mountain. And I think that will help you get comfortable being on that edge, because once you're comfortable on that edge, you can start switching it to faster, holding it faster, and it will make your cars cleaner. But it's looking good.